Need to hire
Yeah.
people who know their stuff better than we know it.
Reality is there are people way smarter than all of us out there.
And as always, Build Your Team is brought to you by Client Attraction Pros. Hey, it's time that you become the thought leader of your industry, and we're going to help you do that and make it fast, easy, and fun.
The dumbest guy in the room, because I 100% agree with you. We need to hire experts. We need to hire
Yeah.
people who know their stuff better than we know it, right? And let them go and learn from them. That's the only way we truly can
Yeah.
get better, because our business needs to become bigger than us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
However, there's another side of this that I see a lot. And I'm curious if you've dealt with this, seen this, and I know you've seen it in others, but how
Yeah.
do we deal with it if the listener is there? I'll give you a perfect example. Someone who says, I'm not great at sales and I need to hire a salesperson. And
Yeah.
they hire a salesperson, and all they talk about is how awful they are at sales. Mind you, they've been running the company for 10 years. So clearly they
Yeah.
weren't that bad at sales, right? But then they degrade themselves so much that the staff person feels that there's a negative relationship that's formed there.
Yeah.
There isn't
100%.
one of respect anymore, because they said,
Mm.
well, I'm the dumbest person in the room. So how do you
Yeah.
balance that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, language is incredibly important. And the
Mm,
words you speak are important. In fact, as someone said to me, their version of it, which is words are spells. They said the
mm,
moment something comes out of your mouth, it actually has power. And you've got to be really careful about that. I use the term dumbest guy in the room, which is not a negative. It's more around saying, I want to hire people that are far more intelligent than me.
right.
And that's not a bad thing. Reality is there are people way smarter than all of us out there. Way, way smarter. I have to face reality when it comes to technology, despite the fact that, by the way, I'm a qualified electronics engineer, computer engineer, and audio engineer. Despite all of that, my son is way more intelligent than me. And half the time if it's a new technology, I just go, you go sort it out and then teach me afterwards. He goes, yeah, sure, Dad. He loves doing that. So that's not a negative thing. However, you're right. What happens to us as entrepreneurs is that self-doubt causes those self-confessions. And we've got to be very cautious about what we say about ourselves. And it's little things as well. I call my team on this. Like when I'm having a team meeting and one of them goes, oh yeah, blah, 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 but I'm just the designer. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That word should never come out of your mouth in relation to anything that is you. Just is not a word that you put before any title. You are not just anything. You are a designer. You're an important person in this team. You're actually got a huge amount of value. Never use the word just in there, because it belittles all that you contribute. So it's little things like that I like to learn from Americans who actually are quite confident in themselves and don't mind talking themselves up. It's exactly how we should be. We should be proud of our accomplishments. So actually learning to watch our language and make sure that we're not belittling anything we do, I think is
Right.
the key to that.
And as always, Build Your Team is brought to you by Client Attraction Pros. Hey, it's time that you become the thought leader of your industry, and we're going to help you do that and make it fast, easy, and fun.